of Charleston family. My name is Nicole Pringle, and I'm the founder of Gullah Business of Charleston. And I have the co-founder here, Tiffany Savage. Tiffany, say something for the people.
Hello. Hello.
That cracks me up. So we have another guest. We're super excited to interview her. We met her at our prom dress drive that we had in March in Wallace. And she was the photographer there that came in from the newspaper, Duplin Times. Shout out to them.
Yes.
And we have Lauren Branch. She's a photographer and media specialist. Thank you, Lauren, for coming
Hey
on.
y'all. Hey, hey.
Thank you so much for taking this time out because by the time this goes up, people don't know this is Mother's Day. So we're not going to
Yes.
hold anyone too long, but we just want to thank you for coming on and trusting us with this interview. And we can't wait to hear about your journey, how you got started, and all the things like that. So going straight in. So, how did you get started into the media world and photography?
It actually was elementary school. I was on the Chit Chat, which was the newspaper in our elementary school. And we used to do a little short, like 2-page newspaper. And I just did it really just to try something new because I've always been the type of person who likes to try new things, but I really liked it. I went to high school and we had journalism, which included like photography, graphic design, and they did a lot of fun stuff too, like plays and things. And so I realized then how much I really liked photography. So I ended up being the head photographer at my high school newspaper, journalism, or not newspaper, the journalism program. And that really shaped my vision for the future. I was like, oh yeah, I love all this stuff. And so when I went to college, I went to A&T, Aggie Pride, baby. You know what I'm saying? Aggie Pride all day. So I went to A&T and I studied journalism and mass communications. And one thing I loved about their program is they made sure that you are well-rounded. Like if
Mm,
you got to choose your concentration, if your concentration was to be like on air, they still made sure you knew how to be behind the camera and vice versa. They made sure you knew how to do script writing. They made sure you knew how to write newspaper articles. And so they really produce well-rounded media professionals. And it was the best decision I ever made to go there. And so that's kind of how I started. And my first internship when I went to college, funny story, I wanted to be a sports reporter. I've always played sports, volleyball and basketball are my favorite. And so when I went to college, I started being a part of working for the TV station and the sports report and all the things. And I realized like within my first month that yeah, being a sports reporter is not for me because you gotta like more than two sports. So that didn't work out so
yeah,
well. They like,
yeah.
man, go to this swim meet. I'm like, no, it's boring. It's boring. So I kind of changed my focus a little bit to doing like just regular news reporting.
Hmm.
And I focused on that the whole time I was in college. Senior year, I went to get an internship and something happened. I was a really busy person. I was in a lot of stuff. I've always been like that. And so I got to they had like an event where you could go try to find internships and connect with internships and things. And I got there a little late because I was double booked, like I like to do. And there wasn't any news stations that still had spots. And I was like kind of distraught about it. But God always knows what he's doing. So
Hmm.
I ended up running into a photographer who does a lot of the work at A&T when it comes to photography for like graduations and different things. And he was like, yeah, I didn't have anybody that was interested in doing photography. So I was like, well, I gotta have internship, like as part of, graduating. So I decided to do that. And then I also connected with the person that did like the background media for the football games, like the cameras, the graphics. And so I ended up getting with both of them and loved it. I loved it so much and ended up even work with them after college. So even though I had a focus on being on air, like I said, God had his own plans and he got me to who I needed to be with and it just went from there. So
Wow.
that's the story.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And you were God sent to help us cover our story too, because even though we're focusing,
Yeah.
this evening on photography and you being a media specialist, you really helped us out so much with covering our story for a prom dress glam giveaway because we knew things were tight, but you came through. So if you looking for a journalist, duplicate times. Please reach out to Lauren
Oh,
Branch. Call her. She came through. And it was so amazing because there was someone I would go to church with, and and it was a minister in our church, Miss Glendoria Boney. And shout
love
out to her.
her,
She's with
love
Shepherd Free
her.
Outreach. So she actually was like, "You need to contact Lauren. Let me see if Lauren can do this." The next thing I know, you popped up. I was like, "You know what?" She was she said she has to come through. So it was awesome, and thank you again for doing that.
Yes,
But
of
I want
course.
to say too, what are your favorite photography projects you like to work on?
So I love doing events. I'm a people person. If I don't know if y'all could tell that day, I love meeting
Yeah.
people and talking to people and learning about them. And so event photography is definitely my favorite. Several years ago, I started dabbling in real estate photography, and I really like that too. So that's probably my two like top favorites. I like doing the newspaper too because I basically cover all the events in the county, and so I get to go to all the festivals and the concerts and everything for free.
That is
Cause you
great.
were
Like
going
I
to
That's
get
a
good.
paid to go
festival
have
that
fun. I
day.
get paid to go have fun. That's how I see it.
I
So
forgot which festival you came from that day, and I was like, "Dang, we had our event the
yes,
same day."
it was something in Facing, I think. Oh, Facing Farmers Day. It was the Farmers Day.
Yeah, that's what
Oh
it
wow.
was. That's what it
Nice.
was. I
Yeah.
gotta look it up next time we have another date for the Prime Dress Glam giveaway. I gotta look up the date, see if they cross each
Yeah, see
other.
where they goes.
Yeah.
Wow. But
But
that's
there was
good,
still
different
so many
things.
people that came though.
Yeah.
It was so awesome seeing those girls find their dress. They were so excited.
Oh yeah. Like when I look
Hmm.
at somebody and they look relieved, I'm like, I know that feeling.
Mhm.
I know that feeling of like I got this and I don't have to worry about that because prom is so expensive.
Yes,
It's
and
so
these kids, they
stressful.
going overboard
Oh my goodness.
these
I don't know.
days.
I mean, they're outside like before they even get to prom, they decorate the outside, and I'm like, well, that's a lot of money for that. And then you got to
The
get the
Hmm.
dress,
stages.
nails, hair, oh,
Yeah.
jewelry, shoot.
I saw somebody
Oh,
selling
renting out
a
those
prom
thrones.
dress. I saw somebody selling a prom dress. It was like $800 or something, and it was used. I was like, I
Hmm.
don't know about that.
Mine was 400, and I thought I was doing something back then. I was on TikTok, and this one girl went to prom, and she was saying that she was getting bullied because of her dress. The dress was beautiful, and I went in the
Oh,
comment section, and different girls from I guess all over were saying that they was bullied too for their prom. You know, they all had it like around the same time, just different areas, and they showed their dress in the comment section. They had beautiful dresses. I'm like, who's what? Why are you getting bullied? I mean,
wow.
beautiful dresses too.
That's a shame.
I'm like,
And they
Hmm.
were probably so happy.
it's already enough stress just to, get everything together, get to prom, school, you making sure you have your grades and, college, this, that. And then you're getting bullied for your dress. This is supposed to be your special
Right.
moment. It's just like, oh, that's too stressful. I mean,
Hmm.
yeah, I don't remember those type of things, but yeah, so we like to do prom dress drive. I already started this year, Tiffany. I already got two bags full.
Oh,
I
wow.
already, and then too, Lauren, just to put in your ear, I already got jewelry out the gazoo. So if anybody
What?
it's like we tell, like this was meant, for prom dresses, but anybody eighth grade socials, spring dances, and stuff like that, they could come
Hmm.
on through too.
Yeah.
Because like we had some girls, I remember last year, not this past year, but last year, they were siblings. So, they had high school siblings. So they
Hmm.
came through and they got some stuff too. So
I think I
Nicole, I
did
got some
talk to
stuff
a
too as
family.
well.
One of the families I actually talked to try to interview the girls in eighth grade. I thought
Hmm.
that was cool.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And then
Yeah.
we had one girl, she last year, she brought her friend to get a dress. And then she saw a dress that she could wear for graduation. So she's like, "Oh, this would be great for graduation." It was like a short, like a black one, like a black dress. And I
Hmm.
was like, I didn't even think about maybe somebody would need something to wear to graduation.
Yeah.
It was just there. And I was like, "Oh, that was okay, that worked out." So yeah, I mean, we love that event. I think that's my favorite. Well, but I like breast cancer giveaway too. But enough of that. I'll get
Yeah.
off on a tangent on that.
Photography, we said that your favorite photography projects is real estate.
Hmm.
How did you get involved in real estate? Because I know people have to they have to take the pictures for it, but most of the time real estate brokers themselves or agents take their own pictures and post them on the different websites. But how
Yeah.
did you even get involved in that? You know it was a
God,
market.
God. Seriously though. So I was taking pictures. There's this website that photographers can go on
Mhm.
to like bid for jobs. And I won a bid for a job. They were actually doing some kind of rescue something, but they wanted to do something special for the families. And so they had this event and they wanted me to come take pictures of the event. And while I was there, one of the ladies that was heading up the event, we were just sitting and talking like towards the end of the event. And she was asking, she was like, I just got into real estate. She was like, do you do real estate photos? And I was like, no, but I'd be willing to try. I was like, I know you have to
Mhm.
have like a special lens for it, and I don't have that yet. But once I get one, I'd love to try to, practice and learn. And she was like, well, she called me, and then after that, we left. And then like a day or two later, she called me because we exchanged numbers, and she was like, if I buy you the lens, can we just trade out for a little while? And I was like, yeah, of
Oh,
Oh,
course.
wow.
So she bought me an $800 lens,
wow.
and I came up with what I would charge per. I kind of like did research, like what do people charge for real estate, and I just did a little bit under since I was new. And I said, okay, this is how much I'm gonna charge per house, and then I basically just worked it off until I paid it off. So,
Oh,
and then I
wow.
was like, this is pretty
Oh.
awesome. And the editing, I
Mhm.
already had experience editing. It's a different kind of editing, but it's still the same tools and the same buttons you push in. And so I didn't have to learn that too much. But I just watched videos on YouTube and researched. And the first one I went to, I was so nervous. I was like, oh my gosh, she's gonna hate these pictures. Da, da, da. And I was like, you know what, God, you got this. You got this.
Mhm.
And I got this. And we got through it. And by the end, she was paying me extra for the rest of the shoots after I paid off the camera lens. And I've been doing it ever since. At this time I was actually living in Idaho,
Oh,
surprisingly.
wow.
Wow.
Yeah. I actually had a job move me out there right after college. But so after that, I ended up working for a company. They're called Home Jab. They literally have this app where they just send you jobs in your area, or you
Mhm.
tell them how far you're willing to travel, and they have certain people for different regions. And so I became one of their Idaho photographers, and I still work with them to this day. They just transferred my region to North Carolina. So I've been doing it ever since, and I really like it.
Oh, wow. That
Hmm.
like,
That's awesome. And
Yeah.
so, what's the name of that platform again? Because the reason why I asked, we'll edit this part out because we want to make sure we include that in the comments. So, if anybody's interested, real estate
Okay.
brokers or agents, they can go ahead and go on that website and request you, especially if they're, local.
Yeah, it's called
Um,
Home Jab, HOMEJAB.
oh,
okay.
okay. Home jam. Okay.
Yeah.
I never knew about that because they have all this other stuff, and I didn't know nothing about that. Wow.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. There's an app for everything these days.
Yeah, these days
It
it's
is.
something.
And how
Mhm.
far are you willing to travel?
I think the most I've done so far is close to 2 hours.
Okay.
Okay. That's
And I
good.
do a lot of shoots at the beach, which I love because it only takes me like 45 minutes to an hour to do a real estate shoot. And then I get to like just go hang out on the beach, or a lot of the rental houses, the beach houses,
Mhm.
they take pictures a lot because they change how it looks. And so,
Oh, wow. That
hmm
is
That's
amazing.
awesome.
yeah.
That is awesome. It's something you knew you find out all the time because I have some friends that are in the real estate. And so it's something like I didn't know people did. Like, of course, people
Yeah.
good with the interior design. They could also hire contract themselves out to stage a house.
hmm
Um, so I didn't
Yeah,
even realize
I
that was a
didn't
market for
realize,
some.
yeah, I didn't
Mhm.
realize how robust that industry is, but like it's serious.
Mm,
Yeah.
People do not be playing, okay, about selling them houses.
yeah.
Mhm.
They
Wow.
want their pictures fast. They're like, can I get them tomorrow? I'm like, dang.
Yeah. I understand that. When I get pictures done, I want them like one lady out here, she does the pictures, and usually if I do it with her in the morning or like 3 o'clock, I'll have them by 10, and I'm happy because I
Yeah,
try so hard to wait and just wait and be patient. I'm like, oh, give me my pictures. So yeah, I understand
that
that.
anticipation.
Yes,
But also
yes,
like with real estate, the houses just go so fast.
yes, that's
So they're
true.
like,
That's
I'm gonna get it up tomorrow, it'll be gone by Wednesday. Like,
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Someone getting into the field that you're in, being a media specialist and photographer, what advice would you give them?
I would definitely say if they're in college to just try to be as involved with anything in your field that you can. Um, in this field, you have to be well-rounded, which is why I brag on A&T and how they make sure that people graduate well-rounded. Because even like if you want to go be a reporter in a news station, if you can't edit your own package, you're not going to get hired. So I would say make sure you try to learn as much as you can in the field, and then try to get practice. And don't be afraid if you're out of school, don't be afraid to do some free work to practice and to build your portfolio. And network, you got to network. Majority of the jobs I have gotten were word of mouth or from being at an event or a networking event and meeting somebody. So this is definitely a field that you got to be able to be out there and not be afraid to talk to people, to go to those events, to tell them who you are, and to be able to learn because it's always changing.
But
Okay,
what are three words that you would describe your passion for photography, and why would you choose these words?
3 words.
Mm-hmm.
Vibrant. That is one of the words I have in my branding package in my brain. My logo is full of colors. It's very colorful. I thought I logged into my photography Zoom and you would have seen it behind me, but I didn't. But my logo's full of colors. I like my pictures to be, there's different tones and styles of photography. My photos
Mm-hmm.
are usually bright, vibrant, happy faces, people having fun, like catching moments that are meaningful and fun, are some of my favorite types of pictures to take. So I definitely say vibrant. And you said I'm describing my business, right?
Mm-hmm. Your photography business.
Okay, I would also say diverse. I'll say diverse. I've shot all types of things. You could think of it. Especially when it comes to events, I've probably been there. I've shot 2-day African weddings. I've shot Indian birthday parties. I've shot rodeos. Like you name it, I've probably been there since I do
Mm-hmm.
mostly events. I would say diverse because my portfolio is very diverse. And this is tough. I say the last one, I'm gonna say favor because favor
Mm.
has been all over my business. So I'm gonna say favor.
I
Doesn't
don't think we heard that
Awesome.
one. I don't think we heard everyone does. I Out of all the people that we interviewed, no one picks the same words. Like everyone does something
Mm-mm.
different.
that's
Wow.
true.
But favor is a different one.
That is
Yeah, because
really
God sets
different.
up stuff.
Yes.
His favor
Yeah,
ain't fair. He
it
does.
ain't fair, baby.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
I
Love
like
that.
that question now. That's fun.
Yeah, I love that. Tiffany came up with that when she said, we got to do the elevator pitch question. I'm like, yeah, that sounds great. It's a good one because I can't wait to hear what people have to say. And I'm always
Yeah.
surprised. And we're always like influenced by what,
Mhm.
everyone says. But
And it makes you, and on my end, it made me think about my business in a way I don't think about it on a daily basis. I
mm,
like that.
Yeah. But that's awesome, the work that you do and stuff. And like I said, you taught me
Mhm.
something new. I didn't think there's a market for everything.
it is, right?
Yes,
Like I
there
never
is.
thought about it. I was.
And I know I said the farthest I've gone for real estate is about 2 hours, but I'll travel anywhere. Somebody gonna pay me to do it.
I hear
Yeah.
Let me
Because
throw
the
that out
reason
there.
why
I will
I
travel
asked,
anywhere.
yeah, because there's some counties like in Brunswick County, it's no secret. They've been building it up a
Mm,
lot, a
mm,
lot. Yeah,
yeah,
it's getting bigger and bigger with developments. Hampstead is another one where we used to drive out to Jacksonville. It used to be nothing there. It's all built up. They actually
yeah.
have traffic.
I shoot a
So,
lot of real estate in Hampstead, so
mhm,
that makes sense now. I didn't know why I'm like they always doing some real estate shoots over here,
they
but
are.
it's
And so
growing. It
it's
makes
like
sense.
if you like in Rose Hill, like I'm in Rose Hill, like Hampstead could say like back in the day it was 30 minutes to get there. It may take me an hour to get to Hampstead now.
Wow, that's
mm.
So yeah,
crazy.
that's why I said how long, how far would you drive?
I definitely go
People may
there
be
for
looking,
sure.
because
I go there
again,
all the
favor
time.
ain't fair. People may be looking up here and be like,
Yes, yeah. And I do more than photography. I do video. I've done music videos. Me and my brother usually tag team on that. He went to UNCG. His name is Matthew, and studied the same thing I do. And he's really creative when it comes to video, so he usually helps me with those. I do graphic design. I do websites. I do all kind of things. So it's
Wow.
diverse. That's why I said another reason I said diverse.
Yes. Oh yeah, you
Yeah.
said that. Yeah, you said in the beginning you do a lot of things.
Yeah.
Wow. And we want to thank you for coming on because
Yes. Thank
and
y'all.
showing up to our event. It was great meeting you and everything. And tell everyone how you can be reached. If you have Instagram, Facebook, any socials.
Yes, so I have Facebook, I have Instagram, and both of those are Lauren Branch Photography and Media. I also have a food blog page, which is It's a Foodie Thing, which is also on Facebook, Instagram, and on TikTok.
Oh, that's fun.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm. Yeah, that's something I want to do and
Yeah, I'm
come
like,
up
Yes,
with and
it's
get
so
on it.
fun. Yes, I love it. One of my goals when I was like early 20s was to get paid to eat. And now I do that, which is pretty
oh,
cool.
oh, that's good.
Well, since I got you on here,
I love
what's the
it.
best place to get banana pudding? Because she wanted to take a whole tour last summer
From
We're
sometime.
still
me,
gonna do it. We're still gonna do it.
from me.
Hmm.
Yes.
That's my answer. From me.
Oh, from
Oh,
you.
you said
Oh, listen, Tiffany, we gotta get this thing started. I've been, banana
when she
banana
back
pudding
here
cake.
in town.
Listen,
Yes.
I love
Be
banana
scared to
pudding
try. Look,
cake.
I'd be scared to try people banana pudding at restaurants and stuff.
Me too, but I still get it. If it says banana pudding or bread pudding, I might get both.
I don't really care for bread pudding like
I
that. I
love
don't know
bread
why. I
pudding.
guess because I never had any good bread pudding.
Mm, I love.
Um,
Yeah.
but
I
yeah, Lauren,
appreciate
next
this
time
is
she in town,
awesome.
she gonna hit you up. I want you to know that. Why? You should have said that.
I mean, banana
You got banana.
pudding.
That's
I mean, yeah,
funny.
So everyone that's watching, I'm gonna put all her information listed below in the description box. So if you want to reach out to her and get your pictures done and some videos, she does it all. So so make sure you reach out to her. I want to thank everyone for watching. Please like, share, subscribe, tell a friend. And if you are a Black owned business or you know someone, tag them. We would love to feature them on our platform. Thank you guys for watching.